Justice! Yes, justice. Also, hi. Alright, hello everyone. If you were here last night, you saw that my career as a starship captain met a tragic end in the final stages of our mission. So it's time for me to go back to the new career as an anime attorney at law. So, on that note, let's see if we can continue this seemingly very long case. So, February 23, 9:34 a.m. District Court, Defendant Lobby, number 2. Which we always seem to be in number 2. Our burning starships will serve as an inspiration for those that follow it. Yes. Oh. That was cheap, FTL. That was just really cheap. Okay. How did the investigation go yesterday, Mr. Wright? Hopefully I'll remember it as we go on. Frankly, there's still a lot of gray areas. Or rather, the whole thing is one big gray area. Don't worry about me, no matter what the outcome. I'm ready to accept my fate. Yeah, I was supposed so, since you confessed. That I remember. I believe in you, sis. Mr. Wright, let me offer you a word of advice. Don't confess! Okay. Moving on. Yes? A defense attorney should never believe their client. Yeah, what's the track record of people investigating crimes they didn't do now? There've been a couple, yes. Oh, Emma, don't be so shocked. Everybody lies to us. The defendant is called to trial because they are suspected of wrongdoing. Never forget that. Miss Skye, you remind me a lot of Mia. But there is one decisive difference between you and her. And that is, you're not a defense attorney. I believe it's almost time for the trial. Good luck, Mr. Wright. My first trial without a Fae helping me. No one's gonna bail me out this time. I'll be alone in there. So I have to discover the truth all by myself. Let's do it, Mr. Wright. I'll be with you the whole way. Oh yeah, except for her. We'll have her with us. February 23, 10 a.m. District Court, courtroom number 9. Show me who is in spirit. More figuratively than usual, I mean. Yes. Court is now in session for the trial of Miss Lana Skye. The defense is ready, Your Honor. The prosecution has been ready for a while, Your Honor. Edgeworth. It's been 2 months, but I haven't been in a courtroom since his trial. I hope that personal feelings will not be part of the proceedings today, Mr. Wright. I will choose the path I think is right, regardless of what those around me might say. The judgment to be made here is in our hands, not those of anyone else. Very well, Mr. Edgeworth. Your opening statement, please. Chief Prosecutor Lana Skye has committed an unpardonable crime. Not only this, but she was rash enough to commit it in the prosecutor's office lot. Wow, he's much more forceful in person. I suddenly feel like confessing to everything. Yeah, one trial at a time here, Emma. However, she will now pay for her rashness with her life. There was a witness to her crime. A professional witness. Well then, call your first witness, Mr. Edgeworth. The prosecution calls its first witness, Miss Angel Star, to the stand. The cough-up queen? Yes. I forgot to look up. Is it that I actually have seen her before, or just that I saw her on stream? I swear she was like in an earlier case, but maybe it's because I don't know. I don't know. Haven't I seen you somewhere? You ordered the caviar lunch, right? Oh, caviar! I've never eaten caviar before. The judge is really wolfing it down. And for you, I have a Fiesta Bowl. Thanks. Will the witness state her name and profession? And you, sir? Did you order the fingerprint lunchbox? And it's too early for lunch. Your name and profession, please? Well, Your Honor, how does it taste? So this is why everyone raves about caviar. It's so tasty it hurts. I always thought caviar would taste like pickled tapioca. What the heck does pickled tapioca taste like? Name, profession, now! Me? The name is Angel Star. Don't go forgetting it. I find myself running Lunchland these days. Is that what you wanted me to say, Mr. Edgeworth? Very well, witness. Please describe the incident to us. The prosecution will wait. I'm not finished eating. Hurry it up. Come on, Edgy. She was bringing snacks for the court. You're not you when you're hungry. Oh, lovely. Very well, Mr. Edgeworth. As you know, we usually call on the police to provide a description of the crime. Your Honor, as Mr. Edgeworth said to the court, I am a professional. Huh? What exactly does that mean? Until 2 years ago, Miss Angel Starr was a special investigator with the police. She was a first-rate homicide detective. What? Miss Starr was a detective? Ah! Ha! I know who you are. Cough up. Cough up Queen Angel Starr, Your Honor. Long time no see. Okay, now that makes sense. But very well. You may continue with your description, Mr. Starr. Just who is this lady? If I might have the court's attention over here. The parking lot at the prosecutor's office is divided into 2 blocks. A block is for the prosecutor's office personnel. B block is for visitors and clients. A chain divider separates the 2 blocks. I suppose that's to keep visitors from taking up prosecutor spaces, yes? The crime took place in the car in the back of A block, in the car's trunk. The killer stabbed the victim with this knife and went to drive the body out. Unfortunately for her, there was a witness, and an arrest was made on the spot. And who was this valiant witness? Why, it was me, Your Honor. Okay, my avatar isn't showing it, but I'm trying to do the Hildy smile. Alright, parking lot floor plans added to the court record. Witness, did you see the very moment of the crime? Of course, Your Honor. Immediately after that, I apprehended the chief prosecutor. It seems rather cut and dry, doesn't it? Well, Mr. Wright? I can't agree on principle, Your Honor. It seems that some poor losers are unwilling to accept the truth, Your Honor. Shall I proceed to crush what little hope they have remaining? Sure. Go ahead. If you can, then give them your worst, Miss Starr. I see she has fans. Wait, are they talking about me? Yes, Phoenix. They're talking about you and Emma over here. Yes. Witness's account. Very well. Somehow, I always knew a day like this would come. I was on my way to deliver a lunchbox to my boyfriend when I sensed something. Perhaps it was my finely honed detective's intuition at work. Through the wire fence, I saw the chief prosecutor standing next to a garish car. The chief prosecutor was holding a knife in her right hand. Then she thrust the pointy tip of the knife into Detective Goodman's chest. Bring a lunchbox to your boyfriend? How touching. As you can see, there is no room for doubt. The key point of your testimony seems to be nothing other than the point of the knife which you saw being stabbed into Detective Goodman. Thank you for that clarification, Judge. I don't think I would have, would have noticed it without your help. So, how does it feel to be so utterly crushed? I'm still thinking about that. It's merely a flesh wound, Mr. Wright. Very well, Mr. Wright. You may cross-examine the witness. I think he's figured out what these witnesses he needs to connect the dots for them. Oh, boy. Witness's account. Alright. Alright, let's begin with our usual strategy of pressing everything. How did you know? I respect the prosecutor's basic abhorrence of crime. Hey, Rin! Welcome! Welcome, welcome. Yet their methods are ugly and twisted. Twisted methods will always lead to tragedy. The lunch lady's uninformed opinion is duly noted. Hello, Raku. Given that they are used to erasing inconvenient evidence at their whim, killing off a detective that knew too much is merely an extension of that. Miss Starr, do you have something personal against prosecutors? I felt that I'd found my dream job when I became an investigator. And if I hadn't been laid off by those prosecutors over there, I'd still be one. Laid off? She was fired? To me, prosecutors are nothing more than worms. That said, I am a pro, as you know. My testimony is unbiased and flawless. Just like my caviar. Oh, very well. You may continue, Miss Starr. I was on my way to deliver a lunchbox to my boyfriend. This boyfriend, he's the detective? Not that boyfriend, the security guard. That boyfriend? You have several? Yes, this boyfriend, that boyfriend, and the other boyfriend. So only 3? Okay. Okay. Care to drive? Oh, well, alright then. The yet another boyfriend is still open for applicants. I'll stick with the lunches, thanks. Note to self, I just had to think before replying. Oh, boy. Okay. The security guard room is in the lot, in A block. It's off on the 2nd level, so you can see everything from up there. That would be the room with the security sign. Thank you, Phoenix. Oh, boy. Of course she'd catch that, yeah. Incidentally, did you bring in your lunchboxes by car? Since I'm a visitor now, I parked in B block. So, she was in B block when she witnessed the crime? When I sensed something, perhaps it was my finely honed detective intuitions at work. You sensed something? So you're saying you had a premonition of the murder? It felt like... How would you say? Oh, yes. It was like the feeling you get when you view a pumpkin chock full of seeds. Is there a special feeling to that? Yeah, no, I have no idea what you're talking about. I have no idea what that means. Speaking of a detective's intuition... Wasn't the victim, Mr. Bruce Goodman, also a detective? Yeah, that might just be a her thing, indeed. Yes, well, he was like a young cheese. Yeah, we're definitely going to be getting a lot of food metaphors here. Young cheese? A pale white cheese, not yet tangy with experience on the streets. A greenhorn. Immediately going from a metaphor with cheese to mentioning the color green. Yes, that was a bit of whiplash. Thank you. That must be hard, yellowed, and sharp as a tack. Yeah, with the odor of an old cheese to match. Thanks. Thanks, Emma. That was the one piece I was missing to make that metaphor even worse. Thank you. In any case, there, in the lot, I felt something stirring in the back of my mind. Alright, through the wire fence, I saw the chief prosecutor standing next to a garish car. By Garrish car, you mean... Mr. Edgeworth's car, yes. Mr. Edgeworth? I need a palate cleanser for smell now. That was just a text. Yes. Yes, indeed. Incidentally, the knife with which the victim was stabbed was also Mr. Edgeworth's. Wasn't it? Indeed it was. What an odd case this is. Indeed. And the person you saw, you were sure it was the defendant? I saw her from no further than 30 feet away. I am certain it was her. If she's telling the truth, we're doomed. Let's just do what we can. Even if we don't have any proof, we can always nitpick. Witness, in your testimony, you clearly stated the following. Prosecutors are nothing more than worms. Ergo, you are a biased witness. You might want to keep those silly opinions to yourself in the future, rookie. Huh? Rookie? Unless you're willing to risk the consequences of doubting me. I'll fry you like a fritter. Crispy on the outside, chewy on the inside. Oh, I thought we were going to get a defiant hair flip or something. Okay. That was inspiring. Okay. I believe I've heard that tagline elsewhere. You could cry plagiarism. I may be relegated to the lowly post of lunch lady, but my instincts are honed. A photograph? You took this? Oh, as if we weren't in deep enough trouble. The moment I witnessed the crime, my reflexes took over, and snap! I took a picture. In fact, one of my lunchboxes is rigged with a camera. Why? I suppose that's more exciting than just hanging it around your neck. Witness, why am I only seeing this photograph just now? You think I show it to you, a prosecutor? Think again. My boyfriend works in the photography division of criminal affairs. Well, this is most certainly the defendant. The moment of the crime is photographed by Angel Star. Yes, new theory. That is actually Mia Fey, back from the dead, committing a murder. No. Okay. Uh-oh, that is unmistakably Lana Skye. So, what was the defendant doing at the time? I mean, it would explain a lot. Oh, the chief prosecutor was holding a knife in her right hand. Very well, okay. Tell me more about this knife that the suspect was carrying. Well, I'd say the blade was about 4 inches long. Is that right, Mr. Edgeworth? It is your knife, after all. Yes, that's about right. Prosecutors are by nature well versed in the location of man's vital organs. Why? Well, okay, I guess that makes some sense. I'm sure it was easier than boiling an egg for my egg salad surprise set. You can't testify as to her ability to kill an egg. I mean, a person. Perhaps the chicken salad set would have been a better metaphor. So, the defendant was holding a knife. What then? Then she thrust the pointy tip of the knife into Detective Goodman's chest. Tell the court why you didn't try to stop this crime. Oh, Phoenix. I don't know if that's... Very well. You did see her raise the knife to strike, no? The defense has a point. No, he doesn't have a point. She's on the other side of a chain link fence. Unfortunately, by the time I realized what was going on, it was already too late. Too late? Yes, the next moment, the chief prosecutor brought down the murder weapon. I see. It's only a flesh wound, Mr. Wright. We can make it. You said that before. Anything else? Scientifically speaking, Mrs. Tarr's testimony is flawless. Sounds pretty fatal to me. Speaking of her having a point, looks for ripshot emote. What did we do? Is this it? Is my sister guilty? Let's just keep our heads cool and press the witness a bit, shall we? Yeah, I mean, let's try a new strategy and press the witness. For some reason, having her panicking next to me makes me calmer. Just don't smile like that. Somehow I always knew a day like this would come, which we are, back to the whole... Oh, boy. Okay. Yep. Okay. So we're gonna have to present something to, get this going further. So we gotta look for some kind of inconsistency, some kind of contradiction. Something weird! I mean, something weirder than this case. Alright. Okay. Well, that's weirder than this case, but I don't think it helps us. Okay. Does this help us? Oh, come on, weren't we able to open it before with... Okay. Okay, I kind of remember this now. Let's see... What's this? The parking lot floor plans. That seems like most likely to be, slide over. No obvious obstruction. Alright. Nothing obvious there. Goodman's autopsy report. Death due to loss of blood. One knife wound. Died within an hour and a half of 4 p.m. Okay. Goodman's ID. Record of parking on the entered lot at 5:12 p.m. This mean recall 5:18. That's surprisingly close, but I don't know if that helps us. Okay. Is there anything suspicious in here? Okay. That's her left hand, her right. So the blood stain is, I think, more or less where you expect it to be. Wait. Oh no, okay, yeah, we're looking through the chain link fence, so... Oh, I don't see an obvious problem in this. Right. I forget, was she wearing the coat at the time? I don't think we have any information on that. Oh, no, that's interesting. No prints? Oh, she is wearing gloves. Of course she would have to be wearing gloves. No wonder. So, that doesn't help us. Anything special here? Also, chest wound. Wound was caused by a 4.5-inch knife. A single stab wound was found. Nothing there seems to be helping us. Okay. This is tough. Nothing obvious is... Victim's memo found in the car trunk. But I don't think that helps us, and okay, we can't rotate it. There's nothing on the back then, I guess. Or nothing that of use to us. Oh, this is difficult. Is there anything here helping us? Traces of victim blood, no prints. There's blood there. Either that or Edward cut himself peeling an apple. Okay. We definitely looked at that before. Oh, boy. Yeah, I am kinda stunned. Yeah, last call made to her sister Emma at 5:18 on the day of the murder. That's the only thing I see that's even close to suspicious, and that's, like, not very helpful. Yeah, it kind of looks like there's no blood on the very tip of the knife. I'm not sure if the game will distinguish. Yeah, let's... Yeah, we're not getting any reaction. Oh, boy. Died within an hour and a half of 4 p.m. That is weird. Why would it say like an hour and a half of 4 p.m.? I mean, that puts it within the possibility that she killed him, but doesn't it also imply it could have happened earlier? Is that what we're supposed to supposed to be noticing? Oh. Well, I guess let's try your theory and present it to this point and see what happens. No. Okay. Come on. Load, 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 load. Yeah, maybe just time of death is imprecise, but yeah, it could be significant. I don't know exactly how yet. Chief Prosecutor was holding a knife in her right hand. I don't know if we're supposed to somehow make note of the fact that they were saying the right hand. That is kind of odd, though. Why is she wearing the coat like that? Not that I know if that helps us, but, let's just try it. And you witnessed this? Okay, somehow we stumbled onto something. Yeah, something's odd about that coat. You saw Miss Sky stab the victim with the knife. As I've already said, yes! I swear it on my finest salmon swirl lunch. I'm sure that is a fine lunch. But isn't that odd? Look at this photograph. This is the photograph you took of the very moment of the crime, is it not? Then why is Miss Sky not holding a knife? Mr. Edgeworth, your thoughts? Objection. It had to be the weakest objection ever, Edgeworth. Yet it was still stronger than your ever evil mind, Mr. Wright. What do you mean, Mr. Edgeworth? This photograph was not taken the moment before the stabbing. This was taken the moment after the stabbing. And how can you tell that? Blood splatter. Huh? See the dark crimson stains on the prosecutor's coat? What's the black and white photograph? Yes, it's hard to tell, but this could be blood. Well, Mr. Wright, I see no problem here. No problem, except you. Mr. Wright, are you just gonna sit there and take that kind of abuse? You got a better idea? Wait, that contradicts what the witness said in her testimony. Namely, that she took the picture the moment she witnessed the crime. Well, it seems I was slightly unclear. My apologies. That's it? If you run out of lunch, you order seconds. Problem solved. If you don't like it, try ordering the jumbo-sized lunch from the get-go. Good advice. I'm not sure I understood it, but good advice. I didn't have time to stop her. Prosecutor Sky was cold, calculating, like a robot. Yes, that looks like the face of someone cold and calculating. She killed without pain or remorse. It was a premeditated murder. Premeditated? How do you know? Look at the chief prosecutor's hands in that photograph. Well, are those gloves? Surgical gloves made of thin rubber, most likely. Why would she have those on? If it was not premeditated, she would not be wearing those gloves. Warg! Oh boy. Those gloves do seem to tell a tale of premeditation. Premeditated murder, a serious offense. Witness, add this to your testimony. The murder was planned. The rubber gloves prove it. Okay. So apparently we're supposed to present something to this, I'm guessing. Because we did at least make some kind of progress, so I assume that's what we need. Oh. What if she was just in the habit of wearing gloves, like driving gloves? The gloves were admitted as evidence when the defendant was arrested. They were rubber gloves, of the kind used for autopsies. In other words, when the chief prosecutor came to the crime scene, she came to do murder. It's the only possible conclusion one can make. Everything was planned. It was a premeditated crime. Arg! Impressive. I'm so sorry they took you off the force, Miss Starr. This is bad. She's got them thinking this was all planned. If she can prove this claim, the trial's already over. I gotta think of a way to show this wasn't premeditated. It's only a flash of Mr. Right. We can make it. We can make it! You said that before. Anything else? Scientifically speaking, Miss Starr's testimony is flawless. Sounds pretty fatal to me. Well, what do we do? Is this it? Is my sister guilty? Let's just keep our heads cool and press the witness a bit, shall we? For some reason, having her, why are we repeating all this? Don't smile like that. She keeps saying that. We're getting into Monty Python territory. Yes. Okay, alright. Oh, that's why. Okay, I see how it is. No, I didn't mean to go past it. Okay. Rubber gloves prove it. Okay. I assume we got something here that must indicate otherwise. They submitted the gloves in evidence. Why don't we have them in the record? That's kind of annoying. Alright. Okay. He entered the lot at 5:12. That is still tight timing. Oh boy. Yeah, that's all we got. Okay. Alright, let us just take some chances here and see what happens with some random presentations. Nope, 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 nope. That's not the one. Thought it might have something to do with the phone call, but no. Okay. Way this case is going, I don't think we can afford the damage. Okay, present. Okay, nope. Alright. Nope. Okay. The monkey did it, Your Honor! Yeah, that's what I thought. Oh, okay. I think considering everything else, the judge put someone should release those problems. Oh, yeah. Okay. The knife, maybe? No, 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 no. Wait, is there some value to zooming in? I didn't see that before. No, 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 no. That's not what I wanted to do. Okay, zoom in. Anything about that, or nope? Nope. I'm not seeing anything special there. Other than that, some funky colored blood. But... Witness, do you know what this is? Are you trying to test me? I sell box lunches for a living, you know. That's a knife. The knife. The knife that was in Mr. Edgeworth's trunk. Indeed, it is my knife. What's with this case? The bloody murder weapon? A red car? All belonging to the prosecutor there? The defendant is the chief prosecutor for the district, right? Mommy, are prosecutors bad people? The defense has a request. We ask that the witness provide an accurate testimony. What's that, rookie? In your testimony, you say that Lana Skye planned this murder. And that's why she was wearing those special gloves. Okay. Seems like a natural conclusion to me. The gloves do indicate planning. However, why would she not also prepare the most important thing? The murder weapon. Oh! 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 We have induced rage. This knife just happened to be in the trunk of that car. Ladies and gentlemen, if you're gonna plan a murder, you don't forget the weapon! We may have killed the witness, everyone! Now for the trial of Phoenix Wright and the murderer Angel Starr. No, order, order, order! Great, now the tide is turning in our favor. Great show, Mr. Wright. My sister's as good as free. Oh, Emma, we scored a minor victory here. Right. I believe the next lunch you'll be eating is humble pie. What? I hope you weren't deluding yourself into thinking that the tide has turned. Not over such a trifling detail. But there's just a hole in the whole premeditated theory. Bah! The prosecution could care less if it was premeditated or not. The only one who seems to care is that lunch lady over there. The defendant, Lana Skye, murdered a detective with a knife. That is the only thing the prosecution need prove. Nothing else. Very good, Mr. Prosecutor. I suppose you think you're clever now. But you know as well as I do that she planned on killing him. It was planned! If it wasn't, why would she have been wearing... I believe I'd like to hear your testimony again. Witness, please tell us only what you saw, not what you thought. How dare you! How dare! My powers of deduction are not to be underestimated. Really now? Angel's deduction. Lana Skye intended to murder Detective Goldman. Goldman. Detective Gold. Yes, Detective Goldman. Goldman Sachs. Yes, she murdered. No, okay. Detective Goodman. Okay. Went for some water. What wound up doing it? When we presented the knife, because that shot a hole in the premeditation theory. Because you know, the knife was in Edward's trunk. So you know, why wouldn't you you know bring a murder weapon to your premeditated murder? You know. So, at any rate, we seem to have really pissed her off. So she is not doing what Edward said. That is why she called the victim all the way to the prosecutor's office. Aha, so she had to bring it to the murder, got you. No, the problem is she didn't bring it to the murder. It was in Edward's truck, so it's not like, you know, it could be a premeditated murder. But Edward doesn't care because he doesn't have to prove premeditation. But for some reason, Angel here really wants to prove premeditation. So I guess we're hoping she makes a mistake. I'm sure the chief prosecutor had a grudge against the victim. Nothing else could drive that human machine to plunge the knife in again and again. What is going on with you? Why in the world would you... That detail is obviously wrong. Why would you even say that? That's just... The victim was summoned from the police department to the prosecutor's office. It does sound a lot like premeditation, doesn't it? So, if I ordered a pizza, does that mean I'm planning to kill the delivery boy? In any case, the defense may now cross-examine the witness. I don't know, Emma, is that a thing you do? You know? Do you have a grudge against pizza boys? I guess we'll ask you that next when you're on trial for the murder of the pizza boy. But for now. Okay. Angel's deduction. Okay, even though I pretty much know what we're going to be doing, I just want to press anyway. Just to see if she coughs up anything more useful. Okay, so... You said that, but you know you... But you haven't told us how you know. That's what I'm about to tell you, rookie! I believe what she just said was a mere prelude to the story she is about to tell. Try not to interrupt her again. Rookie. Never interrupt a storyteller. It's like pulling a bun out of the oven half-baked. Something's half-baked here, alright? It's you! Try not to confuse the defense witness. They're not very quick on their feet. Now, why did you believe the suspect had intentions to murder the victim? Her actions speak for themselves. That's why she called the victim all the way to the prosecutor's office. You have no proof that Miss Skye called him there. You have no proof that she didn't. Mr. Edgeworth, thoughts? There is no record of a call made on the defendant Miss Lana Skye's phone. She might have written him a letter. Come on, you could have tried public phone first, at least. In any case, the victim came to the prosecutor's office where he was murdered. I'm sure he had a reason to be there. Witness? Why do you think it was the suspect who summoned the victim that day? I'm sure the chief prosecutor had a grudge against the victim. What kind of grudge? Well, I wouldn't know that. Of course you don't. That's because she didn't have a grudge. Rookie. I have a lunchbox here. Now, what's inside? How am I supposed to know? See? We agree there's a lunchbox here, but we don't know what's inside. A person's life is like a lunchbox of pretzels. Don't you agree? I get it. That's why my lunch was so salty. This judge isn't very good with metaphors. The suspect had a grudge against Detective Goodman. Will you tell us your basis for thinking this? It's simple. Nothing else could drive that human machine to plunge the knife in again and again. Alright? A human machine? That's a contradiction. Really? That's where you go with it? That's where you go with it, Phoenix? Can't you find fault with something of substance, Mr. Wright? Note to self, Mr. Edgeworth's sighs smell like citrus fruit. You can't see my avatar face palm, but that's what I was doing. You say again and again? How many times does she stab him exactly? We often say chop into 1,000 pieces, but we don't actually mean 1,000 pieces. What difference does it make if the deed is done? How come she's getting mad at me? Let's just say she stabbed him several times and leave it at that. Leave it at that? This is a murder case, people. Mr. Wright, you should speak up if you have an objection, you know. Miss Stars turned out to be as short-tempered as she looked when we met her. Challenging her abilities as a detective really set her off. The short work burns out the fastest. It's a scientific fact. I wonder, would it depend on the size of the candle? I mean, add more wax and even a really short wick will burn longer. Obviously, more scientific testing is required. Okay. Alright. Hey, Robo! Alright, popular girl it is. A very important candle talk here, yes.
There we go. Yes. Now, on to this. On to, yes, scaring her. Wait. It begins indeed. I'm sure the prosecutor had a grudge against the victim. No, Carl. Isa is immune to the expression. Okay. Alright, is it the autopsy report? Yes, one knife wound. Okay, good. That'll be fine then. What? Why? Why? Did I pick the wrong sentence? Yeah. Is that really? Okay, I must have hit the wrong sentence or something. Okay. Alright. You say she stabbed him again and again? But you couldn't have witnessed that. Are you testing me? Then I'll test you! With my moth surprise! Thanks, I don't want to eat moss. I'm afraid the moss is growing under our feet as we wait to start. Well, what do you mean? I shouldn't have to explain this, but take a look. The autopsy report states that the death was due to a loss of blood from one stab wound. I mean, we're getting help from Edgeworth here. You're right. Good show, Mr. Edgeworth. What a hunk! He's my hero, really. Okay. Moving on. What about my objection? No one noticed. Well, witness? Oh, please, yeah. You got the crime scene set, right? Okay, thanks. I always believed that no one could ever mistake ketchup for blood. But now I realize that such mistakes are possible. So, you're saying you mistook something for blood? When she lifted her knife, I thought I saw blood in her breast. Splattered blood from her victim. That's why I thought she must have stabbed him at least twice. Then tell us what you saw that you thought was blood. Testify. Okay. Her red muffler looked like blood to me. That's how ghastly the whole scene was. Her red muffler? Yes, like a scarf. The chief prosecutor always wears one around her neck. So she can be easily hanged at a moment's notice, I suppose. Lady, the way your mind works is, yeah. She's right. This guy was wearing a red scarf, wasn't she? Oh, wait. Isn't it odd that you mistook that for splattered blood? Well, people often mistake my beard for a bib. The judge with a bib. That's why this place feels so much like kindergarten sometimes. Oh, actually, I do think I saw some traces of blood on her chest. However, the autopsy report is clear on this matter. There was only one knife wound. Apparently, Miss Starr isn't entirely sure of her own testimony. Mr. Wright, this is our chance! Chance for what, I wonder? This star has turned out to be as short-tempered as she looked when we met her. Challenging her abilities as a detective really set her off. Yes, that's what refers it. Okay, come on. That's not... Yes, we're in the repeat there. Okay. Most likely we gotta present something to that, so let's take a look. Yeah, she's not wearing it. Well, that was easy. Why are you digging yourself holes here? Oh, Miss Great Detective here? Okay, fine. Miss Star, I demand an explanation. The witness is clearly not suited for detective work. What? The suspect was not wearing a scarf or muffler of any kind when she stabbed the victim. And you proved it yourself with this photograph. Huh? What that can't be! Only a professional lunch lady can be so utterly clueless. Wow, Edris. Wow, what? First of all, why are you helping us? And second, why are you laying into her so hard? Congratulations, perhaps you finally found your true calling in life. Harsh words, but good. In the end, Mr. Edgeworth prevails. What was my objection? Chopped liver? I think his own witness is getting on his nerves. Yeah. Well, but it was there, a scarf. No, not that, but something red, really. Well now, where were we? The witness is giving us an entertaining interlude, but back to business. What? Very well, witness. Continue your testimony. You saw the crime and apprehended the suspect. Tell us about that. Very well. I do remember some things accurately, at least. Ultimately, we couldn't shake the most important part of our testimony. Yeah, that's the problem. All we really did is, yeah. Oh, yeah, we did prove that she's unreliable, though, so that's hopefully going to be useful. The most important part? The part where your sister stabs the victim. Yeah, that's kind of important, Emma. This next testimony might just be the moment of truth. Apprehending the suspect. Alright. After the murder, the suspect attempted to run behind a partition off to her side. I quickly caught her, explained her rights to her, and arrested her on the spot. Yes, when I arrested her, she mentioned the... Why? Why are you on about this? That's what had me confused in my earlier testimony. The chief prosecutor made to escape, but against Angel Star, resistance is futile. You're quite determined about this scarf, aren't you? I strike like a snake and bite like a cobra. That's me, Angel Star. That wasn't a very good metaphor. First of all, cobra is a kind of snake. Don't bother me with details unless you want to get bitten. I think even she's got confused for her testimony at this point. Yes! Yes! No thanks! Note to self. Mr. Wright is weak against poisonous snake bites. You had to take a note for that? Okay. The chief prosecutor tried to resist, but her efforts were in vain. She knocked my hands aside, kicked over an oil drum. An oil drum? Hard to imagine. Oh, she's beautiful, but deadly. A predator, this one. A leopard woman. Rawr! Very well, Mr. Wright. Your cross-examination, if you will. Okay. Let us begin the pressing. So where is this partition on the floor plans? I'm sure she means this wall next to the car. That's right. There was a wall there, about 6 feet high. She was obviously trying to hide herself. Quite a natural thing for a criminal to do. And what did you do then? Alright, I'm going to explain. I quickly caught her, explained her rights to her, and arrested her on the spot. That seems odd, because you got like a chain link fence in between you and her, so... What did you do? Just jump over it? Is that what you're trying to tell us? You say quickly. Were you close to the suspect? As I just said. I was only 30 feet away from her the whole time. Maybe I should press her for more details? Yeah, we're definitely gonna press her. I'd like to see us on the floor plans, just to be safe. The Lunchland car was... She was a visitor, she was parked in B block. So you witnessed the murder from here? That would make it about 30 feet from the car, yes. Yeah, there's definitely more to this. Yeah, I agree. Is that correct, mister? Yes, that's right. Why are you hesitating? But there was a chain link fence in front of you? I went over it, of course. Amazing! The Cop-Out Queen, Lunch Lady Athlete, indeed! It would have taken her a little time to climb over the fence. So she couldn't have gotten to my sister that fast. Yeah, that fence is about 9 feet high, too. So how did this guy not get away? Ah, yes, when I arrested her, she mentioned the muffler. Why are you on about this muffler? She mentioned the muffler? What exactly did she say? If I remember exactly, I would have told you in my testimony. Cheeky. Anyway, all I heard her say was the word muffler. Just that one word? So, what you heard wasn't the suspect talking to you, but to someone else. Yes, the chief prosecutor was talking on her phone. Her phone? She can't mean... By phone, do you mean this cell phone discovered at the crime scene? Yes, ultimately. Ultimately? My memory... It's like a Solomon, heading upstream, you see? No, the court doesn't see, mister. The chief prosecutor first attempted to use the phone hanging on the wall. On the... This is odd. Why? That's right. Near the car, there was an emergency phone on the wall. Apparently it was out of order. And so she used her cell phone? Indeed, the emergency phone was out of order that day. Good witnessing, witness! Good witnessing? Whatever's happened to good testifying. You should, of course, add this to your testimony. Things I do to please this rookie defense attorney. Want a cell phone updated in the court record. Okay. Word muffler was overheard during a call to Elma at 518. I saw it all. How she tried the phone on the wall, but had to use her cell instead. Okay. Let's see. Chief prosecutor made to escape against Angel Star resistance to... Okay, wait. Let's get that. Do you think you could restate your testimony for the court? Aha! I was going to ask the same thing. I'll only say this one time, so listen close, rookies. Hey, Rand! Hello! Thanks for the read! The chief prosecutor stabbed the victim and ran behind the partition. Yes, hello, everybody! You're seeing me at the tail end of my transformation here. But I'm afraid the timer just ran out on it, so we're going to go ahead and change back. Alright. Yeah.
Alright. So, welcome Raiders. This is how I usually look when, you know, somebody in the, in chat is not gender bending me. So, yeah, welcome everyone. Thanks for coming. And we're doing investigating. We're defending people. Yeah, in the 15-minute era indeed. Okay, then she picked up the emergency phone on the wall, but it was out of order. So she pulled her own cell phone out of her pocket. And during that time, you climbed over the chain link fence. Then, when I boldly grabbed her arm, the chief prosecutor hung up her phone. And you saw her doing this? What is it, Mr. Wright? Chief prosecutor made to escape, but against Angel Star, resistance is futile. I think I know where they want us to go with this, but I want to press this just out of completeness. She made to escape? Can you be more specific? She brushed aside my hand and ran. It was a terrible sight to see, like a dollop of yard on a pâté of foie gras. Huh? She even kicked over an oil drum at me. An oil drum? There was an oil drum lying at its side at the scene of the crime. But it's strange. What's that? If she wanted to escape, why didn't she run the other way? The other... Ah! Parking lot entrance. That's right. It doesn't make any sense that she would run from behind the partition to the oil drums. Excellent! More mysteries! I wish we could solve a few before finding more, though. So Mrs. Sky tried to run. I'm sorry my sister is so suspicious, Mr. Wright. Not as sorry as I am. But she didn't do it. You have to believe me. Okay. No. Not that one. Not that one. Okay. The problem here, of course, that I think that they're wanting us to go for, just in case I'm going to save, though, just to be on the safe side, but I'm pretty sure I know where we're going with this. The problem being... Oop, nope, I didn't want to do that. My bad. Okay, hold on. Let's... Okay. Okay. Back up one again. Let's present this time. Miss Star, I have to conclude that you have a personal grudge against Miss Lana Sky. The witness is a former detective. Her testimony is unmarred by personal bias. Well, who would have thought you would be my knight in shining armor prosecutor? Thanks for the follow, Zalbag. Yes. Yes. Edgeworth is her knight in shining armor, sure. You, who, together with the chief prosecutor, kicked me out 2 years ago. Well, Miss Star, this is a fatal contradiction with your testimony. How do you explain this? I don't know what you're talking about. Mess with me, and I'll make you cough it all up. Yeah, she does have a really short temper. let's look at the floor plans. You said you witnessed the crime from this point. However, if that's true, you couldn't possibly have seen Miss Sky making that phone call. I believe you see what I'm getting at. That emergency phone was on the back side of this partition. It's going pretty good. Yes, we're having a fun time here dealing with the lunch lady, demonic lunch lady here. Yes, former a detective, demonic lunch lady. Yes, yes. If indeed you were in B block, you couldn't have seen it. What? Wag! Order! Order! What is the meaning of this? It's simple, Your Honor. Yeah, she's gonna turn like the old security guard on us any minute now. Here it comes indeed. She's not coughing up lunch, she's coughing up lies. Grrr. That's quite a claim, Mr. Wright. Perhaps you'll allow me a question? Tell us exactly what lie this witness has told the court. Here's where the counterattack begins. I can't afford to get this wrong. The witness lied about... Okay. Gonna do this as a safety. So, because this is, I'm gonna go with this first. Yeah. Let's try that first. She lied about what she saw. In other words, she didn't see Miss Sky using that emergency phone. It does seem hard to imagine how she could have. Very logical. What's the matter, Star? Cat got your lunchbox? Oh, Mr. Wright, I hate to bother you while you're celebrating your victory. But why would Miss Star lie like that? Why would she say my sister tried to use the phone but failed? It doesn't make any sense. Why lie about something so insignificant? Yeah, that's been the question with her for quite a while now. Oh, dang, she's right. I mean, maybe she really did see her try to use the emergency phone. I see no room for doubt here. You ordered the patchouli on rice, right? Mr. Wright, and I thought you had something there. Fine, fine, fine. Okay. Let's try this, then. Miss Sky tried to use the emergency phone, but it was out of order. What is significant about this fact? Nothing. Therefore, it would be pointless for Miss Star to lie about it. Pointless to lie? I see! But say the witness did actually see Miss Sky use the emergency phone. It would mean Miss Star witnessed the crime from a different location. A different location? Now, that's a pointless lie if I ever heard one. Before you call my lie pointless, at least let me tell it. Let me ask a question to our clever wordsmith, Mr. Wright. Just where was the witness when she saw the crime? All the testimony we've heard until now points in one direction. The place from which Mrs. Star witnessed the crime was here. Okay, my suspicion, yes. I'm gonna go with for security room. This is the only place where she could have been. The security guard room? Indeed, the security room in the underground parking lot is well positioned. It's built on the second floor so you can see the entire lot. She would have been able to see the emergency phone from there. Well, why there? There are many other places where she could have seen the phone. Not in this case, Your Honor. The witness, not being part of the prosecutor's office, couldn't park in A block. The only place where she could have seen the crime and the back of the partition is here. I remember it in your testimony. You said you brought a lunch to your boyfriend in the security guard room, yes? Well, Miss Star. How many years have I been getting the better of men? To think that the tables could be turned. Today, as man has gotten the better of Angel Star. That is quite some dialogue. That was indeed dialogue. Order! Witness? What have you done? You used to be a detective. You should know better. I'm not turning back. The guilty will be punished. And I'll do what I must to make sure justice prevails. The guilty? Is she talking about Miss Sky? Mr. Wright, doesn't this strike you as odd? You have doubts about this, Emma? Why did Miss Star lie? It doesn't make sense. She could have just said she saw the crime from the security guard station. It wouldn't change anything. Yeah, but then where did the photograph come from? Exactly. This photograph tells all. It was the defendant who stabbed the victim. The truth still stands. It still stands? I disagree, Mr. Edgeworth. What? If a witness is found to be lying, they're guilty of perjury. She knows this. She wouldn't risk that without a good reason. So tell us what her reason was, Mr. Wright. Huh? Me? Who else? Mr. Wright, let's review what we know. Miss Star witnessed the crime from the security guard station. But she lied and said she saw it from V-Block. It must make a vital difference, but what? What could change? Just in case we're gonna save, but I think we know what we're getting at here. We're questioning the source of this photograph. Why the angle at which she saw the crime occur would change. The angle? What do you mean? Well, the security guard station is on the second floor, and, she would have sort of a more 3D view of the crime. And this is important. Why? Why did... Okay, game, what are you going at for me here? Okay. Well, it does change the distance to the crime. I'm not sure whether the lighting would matter. Okay, I don't know where the game's going with this, so I'm just gonna take the guess. It changes the distance between her and the scene of the crime. I can notice this, Mr. Wright. But one look at the floor plans and it's quite clear. The distance between the scene of the crime and the guard station is 30 feet. I don't see how that would change what she could see. What she saw is not in question here. What matters is the time it would take her to reach the scene of the crime. Okay, so that's where they're going with it. Okay. Miss Star, you witnessed the crime from the security guard station. Now, how long did it take you to go from there to the scene of the crime where you arrested Miss Sky? Well, witness? You... Yes? You ordered the squid wheels, right? The quality of my lunches has gone from low to inedible. I was bringing a PB&J lunch with fresh boysenberry jam to my boyfriend. Boysenberry for the boyfriend? He wasn't in the station, so I waited. I witnessed the crime from the glass-walled station. And before I knew what I was doing, I found myself running toward the scene. But the door was locked. I couldn't open it. That is a long way around. That's why I had to go through the visitors' parking lot in V-Block. That's quite a detour. It probably took me at least 5 minutes to get to the scene of the crime. 5 minutes? This changes things considerably. But it was that woman over there in the defendant's chair who stabbed him. I know it. I have photographic evidence. I swear it. I swear it on my finest plastic spork. You have a point. And the spork is a wonderful invention. Okay, sure. Sure. Would you like another caviar lunch? Absolutely! Uh-oh. Mr. Wright, you have to do something. Do I have any evidence to stop this? Do we have evidence to stop that? Okay. Judge should be on riddling or something. He has issues. Yes. Yes, indeed. 5 minutes between the witnessing of the murder and the arrest. Think about it. You can make pasta in that amount of time, if you like it al dente. I got lunch boxes to tie pasta into knots, rookie. A 5-minute blank. Isn't that strange? Strange? If you were a criminal, what would you do with 5 minutes, Your Honor? Well, I guess I'd flee the scene. Hey! Don't get the wrong idea, I didn't kill anyone! But you have the instincts of a killer, you would run, but this time was different. Miss Skye dawdled at the scene of the crime, she even had her picture taken. No criminal would act this way, it's inconceivable! Yark! Well then, it seems we come to the end of this testimony. The witness has a grudge against the defendant and a blank in her testimony. Mr. Edgeworth, is the next witness ready to go? Unfortunately, I appear to have overestimated this witness on account of her professional history. We did it! We screwed that can shut, Mr. Wright! Yeah, it's like she got hit by words. That was too close. I'm afraid that the Cough-Up Queen has been dethroned. And with that, court is adjourned. Hold it! Wait, what? Mr. Edgeworth, you ordered the squid wheels, right? That's the one she tried to foist off on me. I prefer not to take the defense team's leftovers. Anything else to say? I might be able to save you. I have decisive evidence. What was that? Is this another one of her trick lunchboxes? My apologies, but we have no further questions to ask of you, Miss Starr. Ah! Is this your jumbo lunchbox? Woohoo! A triple-decker! Out of deference to the witness's determination, I'll allow one more testimony. Okay. Let's hear about this decisive evidence. Like the Lunchline motto says, you won't be disappointed. What's she gonna pull out of her lunchbox this time? Alright, what is just this decisive evidence? Okay. I should have mentioned those 5 minutes when I wasn't looking at the crime scene. And now, to the matter of the victim's shoe. Did I not bring this up? No, you did not bring this up. 2 types of blood were found on this shoe. One was, of course, the victim's. And the other blood type matched that of the defendant, Miss Lana Skye. This shoe proves it. It's flawless, decisive evidence. What? There was blood found in that shoe? Try Lunchland for all your lunch and decisive evidence needs. Witness, what's the meaning of this? Why is this the first time I've heard of this evidence? Simple. As I've already said, I don't trust you with evidence, Mr. Edgeworth. That's why I took the liberty of investigating this myself. And you had blood tests performed? Didn't I mention? I have 3 boyfriends in forensics. In any case, Your Honor, I can't accept this as evidence. What? You must know the 2 rules of evidence law. Rule 1, no evidence shall be shown without the approval of the police department. In other words, the shoe is illegal evidence, at least for the time being. Is that right, Mr. Wright? It seems so. Edgeworth sure is celebrating. Not so fast, Mr. Edgeworth. Don't forget, I used to be a detective. As I mentioned previously, the shoe has already been tested by a member of the forensics department. As you can see, it was approved by the police department as of today. Even the general public can produce official evidence, Mr. Edgeworth. Not. Is that right, Mr. Wright? It seems so. Edgeworth is looking pretty sullen. You could at least study some evidence law, really? The prosecution complaints notwithstanding, it appears that this evidence satisfies the first rule of evidence law. However, it seems you have yet another count against you, witness. Anything to ensure that the guilty are properly judged. Victim's shoe added to the court record. Very well, Mr. Wright. You may cross-examine the witness. Okay. Let us do this. Should have mentioned those 5 minutes when I wasn't looking at the crime scene. Why did you lie about those 5 minutes? I guess you could say I just wanted people to look at the results. The results? How many times do I have to say this? I saw the chief prosecutor stab the victim before my very own eyes. Compared to that, 5-minute blank means nothing. Then why didn't you just tell the truth? They are literally just making up evidence rules as they go. Yeah. Yeah. Don't make me laugh. We're dealing with the most untrustworthy of the vile lot known as prosecutors. Falsified evidence, arranged testimonies, erasing and manipulating evidence. When you fight monsters, you need to use every trick in the book. This when the suspect is admitting she did it? A false testimony is the most despicable crime of all, Mrs. Starr. Miss Starr. Let's just get this over with. And now, the matter of the victim's shoe. Did I not bring this up? And you found the shoe at the scene of the crime? I detained the chief prosecutor and notified the police department. I wanted to make myself useful while I was waiting for the police to arrive. So, like an ill-trained pooch, you snook off with a shoe. I was afraid someone would erase the chief prosecutor's crime. The shoe is my secret weapon if that should happen. See this fashionable basket I have here? It carries more than lunchboxes, gentlemen. I'm happy for you and your lunchbox bag, really. In any case, you removed valuable evidence from the scene of the crime. Now tell us what you did next. 2 types of blood were found on this shoe. One was, of course, the victim's. And the other blood type matched that... Oh, wait. So you brought it to the forensics department? If you're going to submit something as evidence in court, you need it approved. To do that, evidence must be analyzed by a forensics expert. And she got away with it with her little coup because she used to be a detective. The shoe doesn't appear to have bloodstains on it. Well, the man was stabbed, after all. And that blood belonged to the victim, Detective Goodman? As I said, there were 2 types of blood found on this shoe. Why? And the other blood type was that of the defendant, Miss Lana Skye. You can't say for sure the blood belonged to the defendant with a blood test. You claim to know something about blood tests, rookie? Huh. Well, speak up. Well... Blood comes in 4 types. A, B, O, and AB. However, you can't tell from a blood test whether a murder was committed in cold blood. That's just a figure of speech, Mr. Wright. Actually, we can differentiate between millions of types with all the blood tests out there. Which means you can more or less narrow down any sample of blood down to just one person. Or so I hear. That's pretty specific. If I had a little more time, I would have gotten DNA test results. But they said there's very little doubt it could be anyone but Miss Lana Skies. So the suspect's blood was found on the victim's shoe. It ties directly to the death of Detective Goodman. I was afraid he was going to say that. Okay. The shoe proves it. It's flawless, decisive evidence. Can't let this evidence go through without a fight. Okay. You ordered the peppered fish guts, right? Peppered fish... Never mind. Some like it hot, Mr. Wright. Some, like your client. She's in enough hot water to make a whole vat of soup. Mr. Wright, do you or do you not have a problem with the shoe? Yes, that sounds nasty indeed. A problem? This is critical. Is there a problem with the victim's shoe? For one thing, the color doesn't seem to match. And we don't see blood on the shoes here. Okay. Oh yeah, color is definitely different, yes. So that's why we're going to say, yes, there's a problem. If I'm not imagining things, I say there's one critical problem with this evidence. A clear contradiction. That gleam in your eyes. You're still young, rookie. I'd give you a peppered fish gut now, but you couldn't take the heat, could you? Let's hear what Mr. Wright has to say. What is contradictory about this victim's shoe? Show us the problem with the evidence. Okay. The problem with this evidence is here. Where? Yeah, okay. Yeah. I kinda figured it wouldn't be that easy. Okay. Color does not seem to be exactly what they're going for here. So, but there's really only about, like, 2 other things for us to point at, and those are the different bloodstains, so... Come on, come on. Let me, Okay. Okay, it's either gonna be these bloodstains or the ones on the soul. Front one's evidence is here, and that's not the one. Okay, so it's gonna be the ones underneath. Okay. I wonder if you noticed, there's blood on the bottom of this shoe. Don't mess with me, rookie. Or it'll be your blood on the bottom of my shoe. Indeed, there's quite a bit of blood on the bottom of the shoe. It makes sense. The victim was stabbed with a knife. What could possibly be contradictory about blood on the bottom of the shoe? Okay, Yes. Okay, where do they want us to go with this? Why is everyone so hostile to me in court? Oh yeah. Let's try it. Let's try the photograph. The problem lies in the footprint. The footprint? Yeah, every court battle is like 5 seconds away from being a literal battle. Yes. Oh boy. Note that the bottom of the victim's shoe is covered in blood. Then, isn't it strange? Why weren't there any bloody footprints found by the scene of the crime? I get it now. Yes, yes, yes. Okay. Aha! As you can see, there were no traces of any such footprints at the scene of the crime. That contradicts your claim about this shoe. This picture only shows part of the floor, so there could have been bloody footprints. Then where are they, Mr. Edgeworth? Because we checked the scene and found nothing of the sort. Order! 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 Well, witness? What? Huh? Great going, Mr. Wright, but should the lack of footprint is a contradiction. But then we have to ask why there wasn't a footprint. Oh, that's true. There has to be a reason why there wasn't a footprint. Think, Mr. Wright, think. Hey, I don't know why it's not there. Just in case. Let's go ahead and do a quick save. Alright. Back. Okay. I'm just good at finding contradictions. What? I see. Now I get it. Get what? Our witness is more devious than I gave her credit for. We were hoodwinked to the very end. But she slipped. There's one vital hint to the truth in her testimony. Well, what are you talking about? Think back to when she told us about apprehending the suspect. The chief prosecutor tried to resist, but her efforts were in vain. She knocked my hands aside, kicked over an oil drum. Oh, she's beautiful, but she's deadly. A predator, this one. A leopard woman. Rawr. I thought that was a strange thing for the normally cool-headed chief to do. No kidding. Now, witness, allow me to ask a very simple question. This oil drum, was it empty? Oh, that? I'm not sure I like your attitude, Mr. Edgeworth. Though apparently you're not the slowest conveyor belt in the lunchbox factory. Witness, well, was the oil drum empty? The oil drum kicked over by the chief prosecutor was brimming with water. How the heck did she kick it over then? An oil drum full of water is very, very heavy. Water? What does that mean? Still don't get it, Mr. Wright? Do you want to know the reason she knocked it over? The real reason? You don't mean... Yes, the suspect knocked over that oil drum for one reason and one reason alone. To erase the bloodstains that would become evidence against her. Water! That ties things up quite nicely. The bloodstains left on the victim's shoe tie are quite clearly to this murder. Then after the deed was done, she knocked over the oil drum to erase the telltale signs. How does this make any sense? She confessed to the murder. Why would she erase evidence? Why, that's a prosecutor's specialty, erasing evidence. That reminds me, this guy's right hand was hurt. Did she say she cut herself when she stabbed him? So that's when my sister's blood got on the shoe? Well, I see no reason to prolong this trial. Well, Mr. Wright, do something, please! What? What can I do? Your sister has confessed to the crime and she tried to conceal it. But... enough! There is no need for further debate. The verdict, Your Honor. Very well. But Angel Star is on the prosecution's side. She could have been lying about the water. This court finds the defendant, Miss Lana Skye. Hold it! Little girl, what did you just say? Huh? Me? Did you say that I, Angel Star, was on the prosecution's side? Oh, man. This woman cannot stop herself. Okay. Well, yeah, you are. You're saying my sister hid evidence by erasing the bloody footprints. Well, I thought you'd had your fill, but here you are, demanding a second helping. Another lunchbox. A lunchbox called evidence. Wait, witness, don't tell me you have something else. Time for deliberations has passed. Any further comments and you'll be held in contempt of court. Your threats don't scare the cough up, Queen. Look at this. A photograph? I had it just in case anyone had the gall to suggest that the white shoe didn't belong to the victim. I see no room for error. Oh, that's okay. It belongs to the victim. Okay, that's why the color didn't matter. Okay, I see no room for error in this evidence. Mr. Wright, wait. Look at the asphalt in this photo. Hey, it's clearly wet. Erasing the last trace of doubt from the court's mind. Immediately after the murder, the crime scene was washed with water. I'm sorry, Mr. Wright. I guess I couldn't help after all. It's not your fault. I knew I couldn't win this case from the beginning. And it seems this is what your sister wanted anyway. I'm sorry, Mia. Right, whether or not, don't be so quick to throw in the towel. Get yourself up off the asphalt, take another good look. Don't give up, not until the bitter end. This is the last piece of evidence. Very well, this time I'd like to declare a verdict for good.
Objection!
Your Honor, wait! What is it with you people? Can't I hand down my verdict in peace anymore? No. Whatever it is, can it wait? No, it can't. Then it will be too late. Look at this photograph, the last one submitted. This trial isn't over until we give each piece of evidence proper consideration. Judge is just basically furniture at this point, yes. So, right? Are you saying there's a problem with this latest piece of evidence? Yeah, I'll think later. Yeah, there's a problem. Right or wrong, I've got to go ahead with this. I suppose since we come this far, we should give every claim a fair shake. Very well, Mr. Wright. Show the court the problem in this photograph. Yeah. What is going on with this? Here's where I confess I remember this part because I did see this part on stream, and I remember this being part of the problem here. There may be a reason that Lana Skye mentioned a muffler. The problem in this photograph is here. What's this? There's something poking out of the car's muffler. Yeah, I don't even think that's liquid. That's what I thought at first, but I think that's something else. Wait just a moment, Mr. Edgeworth. Your Honor, you just said muffler. However, I see no trace of a muffler or a scarf of any kind in this photograph. Really? A muffler is also a part on a car or motorcycle, Your Honor. Just think of it as part of the exhaust system, a pipe. I see, and I see. What's that suspicious-looking cloth sticking out of the car's muffler? So what if there is something sticking out of the muffler? What does that have to do with this case? Nothing. Absolutely nothing. Sorry, Miss Starr, but it's not going to be that easy. In fact, you've already told us why this is important to this case. You said as much in your testimony. What? Let's hear what Mr. Wright has on his mind. Tell us why you think this piece of cloth in the muffler is related to this case. Okay. I think that's what we're gonna have to present. Miss Starr! Recall your testimony for the court. Ah, yes. When I arrested her, she mentioned the muffler. That's what had me confused in my earlier testimony. Muffler! Arg! Yarg! Could it be that the muffler you heard mentioned was actually this exhaust pipe? If so, that means this piece of cloth is vital evidence. Warg! Did we finally kill the demon? Well, it seems we will have to suspend the proceedings. Suspend? I find myself wondering about that piece of cloth. If we leave any question unanswered here, we do a disservice to the law. She's literally being murdered by word bullets. Yes! Have the car at this crime scene inspected at once, and bring me that cloth. The verdict will wait until after we've seen all the evidence. Agreed? I suppose so. Phew! That was close. But we made it. At least for now. This court will adjourn for a 30-minute recess. Yeah, we still got a long way to go to prove her innocence, so... It's lunchtime, after all. Oh, boy. Judge, you have a medical condition here? He's still hungry? Oh, and to be continued, and yeah, that's where we're gonna leave it for now. So, alright, let's save that there. Yeah, I feel like the judge saw off his meds tonight. Yeah, so do I. But let's, let's get that to stop. Anyway, this week we ended up swapping the game schedule, but next week it'll be back to normal. So, Phoenix Night is going to resume Monday night, and then Tuesday, hopefully we'll be back. Carl and I will be back to Hat in Time, assuming online party is fixed by then. If not, we'll figure something out. And Thursday will be more cleaning of stinky kitties. So, at least in case, as long as nothing else shakes things up the next week. So, that will be the schedule, hopefully. And now it's time for us to find somebody to raid. Let's see what options we have tonight. I think I'm gonna send you guys over to Unia again. For some more Mario Kart. Let me just double check, make sure she's not about to end. Okay, looks good. Looks good. So let's watch some kart racing. And see you all next week.